What's going on, everyone? This is Autotech. I'm on my way back to the Canadian border right now. I'm somewhere between Kalispell and Whitefish, Montana. So it's a little bit of a brisk morning, but I decided just to put the hoodie in the bag and tough it out. It's just kind of funny because like last night was actually like ridiculously hot. Like I think it was in the 90s Fahrenheit and like high 30s Celsius. And then like I woke up this morning and I had the AC just blasting all night in the room, and I was like, I can't get out of bed. Like, oh man, it's so cold. And then yeah, I slowly slunk out of bed and went and turned off the AC, and then I just kind of slowly started getting ready and whatnot. And now I'm riding along, and I'm not sure what it would be in Fahrenheit. It's probably like low 70s. I know it's like 14 degrees Celsius, so I'd have to check into what that is. I'm rolling through Whitefish right now, and I don't recognize any of this. I thought that when I stayed at that North 40 resort last year for that bachelor party, that it was on the south side of Whitefish. Yeah, there's the car wash that I washed my bike at, so I'm not sure what's going on there. They must have changed some things or something, but I was also looking for the resort and I didn't see it, so I must just forget the way or whatever. I'd have to look at a map. Super irrelevant, but I just thought I'd let you know. Whitefish is definitely a nice town, but it is so expensive. Like, I couldn't find a motel that was like less than $200, so I was like, yeah, no, I'm not staying there. I have a tough time justifying that kind of money for a hotel, like especially like when I'm on the bike on the road, because half of the time I end up rolling in like after dinner time. I throw the bags in the room and then I hop on the bike and I go like riding in the town and find dinner. And then I basically, like, I wake up at like 6:30, sometimes even earlier, because I have a terrible time sleeping in hotels and motels. And then I pack up the bike and go, and then I'm gone. So it's like I'm not paying $200 to basically spend 8 hours in a room. Like that's some pretty expensive stuff. Montana is it's definitely like a really nice state. Like it's really good to ride around and stuff like that. I definitely enjoy coming down here, but I don't think this is a state I'd ever want to live in. I don't know why. Like I couldn't see myself living here. There's a ton of other states I'd rather live in, but I do like how close it is. So I mean, like if I was gonna look for a rental property of sorts or something, or you know, like a cheap cabin, like just a shack to sleep in, I might consider Montana, because then it's something that I could just hop on the bike a Friday after work, get here, you know, just after dark, and then have the whole weekend to ride around Montana. Like it's kind of it's a close getaway. A lot of people in the Calgary area, they got cabins like way out in like the Osoyoos area and the Kelowna area, and it's like you lose a whole day just riding there. And then what do? Like, do you just take a bunch of 4-day weekends instead of like having like a week off or something so that you can spend more time out there? Yeah, it's a tough call. So having something that's only 5 hours away, you could go even for like day trips. Like you could just ride down Saturday morning, have lunch at your place, and then turn around and head home. In order to do stuff like that though, you have to have what's called a disposable income. And the way that works is you don't modify the hell out of your bike. You don't go and buy new bikes. You don't go get new trucks. And yeah, like you like save up some money and not spend every dime like it's gonna go stale on you, which I am just notorious for. I would have to say that Montana has better scenery throughout it and better motorcycle riding throughout it. Sometimes I forget, like I always think about it, I'm in Calgary, so I think, oh, the mountains aren't too far away, Kananaskis isn't too far away, but everything is more than a half hour. If you go through some of my scenic rides, it's like I gotta spend an hour and a half before I even get to the ride. And pretty well anything east of Calgary is just straight prairie. Anything north of Calgary is straight prairie. Anything south is just windy. So Alberta really doesn't actually have that much for good scenery and good motorcycle rides. I haven't been all over Montana, so maybe there's a really big area of prairie type stuff that I'm missing out on. But I know I've gone from the north end to the south end when I was on my way to Vegas, and just last week there with the Angry Ginger, I did the Idaho all the way through the Kootenai National Park to Kalispell, and all of that has been good scenery so far. So correct me if I'm wrong. You know, if you live in the Montana area or you frequent the area, let me know if I'm wrong and there is a whole bunch of boringness and I just haven't found it yet. All of these statements probably stem back to something I've said in previous videos before, where it's, you think where you are is boring. Doesn't matter if you live in a place that's really cool, you think it's boring, and then when you go somewhere where people think it's really boring, you think it's cool. So there's probably people who live here, they hate Montana, they just want to get out of Montana, they're sick of it. They're like, man, there's nothing here, these drives are boring. Whereas I'm not from here, so I'm like, man, Montana's cool. Like, I like riding my motorcycle through there. Wouldn't want to live there, but I like going through it. Welcome to Eureka. Who comes up with some of these names? Like, it definitely, it would be interesting to know. Like, I know the story behind Calgary, and we'll save that one for another video. But you know what? I'm going to cut these morning mumblings in Montana right about here. Don't want to make it too boring, so go on and hit that subscribe button. And thanks for taking the time and watching.